Well. This should be an interesting one. Opinions. We all have them, don't we? May it be good or bad, popular or unpopular, or even fact or not. Everyone nowadays feels like they are entitled to an opinion. We see this almost every day if you are on social media, where there is at least one person or a group of people talking about a particular topic and have an opinion on it. Now, even if it is something that is for a good cause or not, if someone opposes them, those group of people retaliate at that opinion. And if someone is someone famous, especially on platforms such as Twitter, they look to cancel him or her because they oppose their ideologies. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Rage Syndicate, and today we're going to talk about one of the most dangerous weapons humans can possess. With the innate ability of man to prove himself with words and sentences sharper than swords and egos as strong as steel, no wonder that if we humans had a debate with baboons, baboons would have got into some superiority complex just because a man fell down to prove himself right that a baboon cannot stand up on its own 2 feet. We as humans have various pride and prejudice for animate and inanimate things alike, foregoing a thought where a thoughtful discussion becomes a proving ground of vocabulary and actions become nothing but an activity to frown upon, while discussing about how things should go and how one should speak. We feel like becoming the messiah of the masses, just like some man draped in cloth and a quarterstaff in a right hand becoming a torchbearer or nothing, even if that may be in the virtual world of the internet. But the downfall is that, due to such a self inflicted harm caused by the prejudice against something which is that, they believe to be right for everything as if it has done well for them. Words and sentences have become nothing but a cluster mess of blabber that makes me believe in the Tower of Babel more and more. Before people started voicing their opinions on social media, completely ignoring other people's point of view, along with the media shouting endlessly on public television during the same, what happens on social media, there at least used to be some sort of sense when people debated about a particular topic when face to face. Or even better, they actually respected each other's opinions because at the end of the day, they also knew that they just expressed their points of view. Now, I am not saying that people don't do this when they are face to face with one another. However, the rise of the internet has made the world a smaller place and provided a bubble to those behind the screens. They thought that if they mocked someone on social media and if they felt bad about it, unlike in the real world, that person doing all those stupid things, they wouldn't get beaten by that person and would get away with it. However, this form of mockery has eventually evolved into a certain sort of toxicity where you can be as negative as you are and you won't suffer the consequences, and also the fact that it makes you popular. Now, because of this, many people have started to use the shortcut to popularity because, after all, who doesn't want to get some good old attention? We have become so sensitive to our opinions that, in unison, we have been advocating laws of our own time and time again, disapproving conflicting opinions just because it might hurt one's own individual standpoint on a particular event, topic, or even a situation. We only agree to disagree, and this has been the nature of man putting self goal over salvation, which might be a bit over the top, but it cannot go unseen. Realization of things like facts, debates, and opinions has to get together, but in the pursuit of one thing, we have to overlook the other two, which is not wrong, since this might be because of individuality and a natural process of humans' conscience. But it bolsters the matter, which is that we are never penned to a specific idea. In a brief way, we are trying to follow our instincts, becoming much more defensive for our own safe space. While giving no value to the other, an argument of cause and effect might become a tongue wrestling of whataboutery. This has become a quasi status quo among all the other individuals to maintain a specific political standpoint, irrespective of their political affiliation, before an argument, where one has to prove that their political view is superior without caring about each other's dignity. Now, you have seen this a lot happening on public television, where the reporters, they, instead of trying to give out their point, trying to understand the other person's political view, it they just shout at them and blatantly they argue like as if they are the ones who are making the mistake, and the reporters are the only ones who actually have a correct opinion. All this, these opinions have become pseudo facts where one's view stands true until proven something else. And this has been the baseline of all daunting cases of great difference among individual and communities. No one person thinks the same, and if they do so, it becomes a faction of as if protecting the holy grail. Some people just don't understand that other people can have unique opinions, and if they did know that, well, wouldn't we be having a better society? This fact, however, has always been turned a blind eye to on social media, which is a common trait expressed by none other than the so called police of the internet, the social justice warriors, or SJWs for short. The individuals involved in this group say that they fight against any social injustice on the internet, but let's be honest, all they do is get triggered and rant about it, completely ignoring that what the other person is trying to say and then gets him or her cancelled. But wait a minute, I thought this died in 2018. Wait, do people still do that? Oh my, what a shame. Now look, now all I'm saying this is not only because I have been there before, but because I have also learned a valuable lesson in my previous video. Because let's be honest, many people opposed my opinions, and they were rightfully so. Because I did give a biased opinion, I did use a biased reporter as my source for my argument, but it is just my view. Just because I say that there are two genders doesn't mean there have to be always two genders. You don't have to agree with it. You can just say, yeah, okay, I disagree with you. You don't have to become so toxic. This is the problem that has become with Twitter nowadays. I mean, not only Twitter, even there are some other sites like Tumblr, even Facebook for that matter. They completely disregard the other person's opinion and just trying to force their opinion onto you, like as if you have to listen to this. This is the norm. And if you don't listen to the norm, if you don't listen to what society thinks, you will be considered an outcast and you will be thrown out. This is just like gone out of way out of hand, and we need to learn from all the toxicity that we have. And no matter how toxic the other person is, you should never be like that person. You should never be toxic. You should try to be as calm as you can and try to be as polite as you can, because that's the way you can improve other people. So that's it for today, guys. I hope I got my message through to you, and I hope that you understood a bit and try to implement and not be as toxic as those people on social media. Because let's be honest, they don't have any life. They just sit in one room on one chair. They have their phone in their hand, or maybe I don't know, two or three more, and they just publicly want to rant about one thing. And if suppose some celebrity or some person says something which is for them is incorrect, they will just cancel them. I mean, this is their way of saying you are under arrest. They would just say that you are regressive, you are not like minded, you are thinking so ancient. And yeah, I mean, that's how they think. I don't even want to get into all this. I just want to make sure that none of you are like that. I just hope. And if you don't want to listen to me, if you want to still swear at me, then yeah, what's the comment section for? It has been done once with me. The second time, I won't be much affected by it. But if you do want to make a change, if you do want to see some changes happen in society, then yeah, start with yourself first. That's all I can say. But what else I can say is that if you did enjoy, if you did learn something, you can always you can always subscribe, and I will be making such content. I will be making a bit different than this. But yeah, this is kind of what the content I make. It's more of infotainment or more of a controversial topic that I pick up. And yeah, that's about it. That's all about me. I might even pick up a game series like once or twice, but I'm mostly in this infotainment industry. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.